Car, arrow, hospital, Santa, ghost, shocked face, poop. Believe it or not, I just said, I'm driving Santa to the hospital because a ghost scared the poop out of him. And I said it with emoji. Emoji, or emoji, is a Japanese creation used for communication in the digital age. Emoji are everywhere. They've leapt off of our phones and into our hearts, where they swim around in our ventricles, coursing through our veins, and powering our love for digital communication. But who created them and why? Well, I'm gonna tell you, so listen up, kid. As long as we've been writing words, we've known that text doesn't always translate intended emotion the way we'd like. As quick text interactions became more common, we've discovered the need to denote what the heck we mean by what we type. The first person to fill this need was Scott E. Fahlman, a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. On September 19, 1982, he suggested using this emoticon as a joke marker after someone posted a fake mercury spill message and other message board users mistakenly thought it was serious. That's a funny joke. Meanwhile, in Japan, a similar idea was taking hold called kaomoji. Calmoji's origins are much murkier, but the general consensus is that the first Calmoji appeared a few years later in 1986 on a Japanese forum. Unlike emoticons, Calmoji are heavily influenced by manga and anime. They focus more on the eyes and the mouth and incorporate things like apostrophized sweat drops and slash-marked blushing. If you want to learn how to use Calmoji like a pro, check out Koichi's guide in the description. But emoticons and Calmoji are not emoji. In the 90s, the Japanese cell phone business was booming. Internet access and large color screens were already standard features long before smartphones came into play. As cell phone usage exploded in Japan, Calmoji naturally made the jump from message boards to text messages. Calmoji were used to garnish conversation and make emotional intent more obvious and clear. This is, of course, especially important in a language like Japanese, where so much meaning is gleaned from context rather than exactly what's being said. In 1998, Shigetaka Kurita was part of the Docomo team working on iMode. iMode would become Japan's most widespread mobile internet platform and push the nation's cell phone tech ahead of the rest of the world. In the mid-90s, Docomo added a heart symbol to its pagers, and high school-age users loved it. Kurita wanted to take this concept and apply it to cell phones. He wanted a simpler, more straightforward way to express emotion via text message. Not being a designer, yet being told to design the emoji anyway, Kurita looked to manga for inspiration. Kurita used sweat drops and tear waterfalls when creating his first set of emoji. Kurita thought Docomo's various cell phone manufacturers might polish up his emoji, make him a little bit prettier. Instead, they ended up using his work exactly as it was. Nonetheless, emoji took off. Unfortunately, Docomo couldn't copyright Kurita's emoji set because each emoji was such a small amount of pixels. So competitors took the concept of emoji and ran with it, adding more and more emoji to their products. Emoji were incredibly popular, unseating their Calmoji cousins. It didn't take long for emoji to start sneaking into the rest of the internet. Remember AOL Instant Messenger? I'm old. Years later, in 2008, Apple wisely gave Japanese people what they wanted with their iOS 2.2 update, emoji. Japanese iPhone users finally had their emoji, but the rest of the world had to wait until 2010 for cell phone emoji to appear. It was then that emoji were added to the Unicode Consortium. Unicode is an international encoding standard for displaying characters on phones and computers. Once emoji were added to Unicode, Apple introduced emoji as a standard international keyboard option a year later, giving emoji a true international debut. Since 2010, emoji have exploded in use and popularity. There was a mosaic-style New Yorker cover. The word emoji was added to the Oxford English Dictionary. Twitter users have reimagined famous works of art as lines of emoji. Even Moby Dick has been translated into emoji. And of course, YouTubers have had lots of fun with emoji as well. Even URL links, which are used for internet websites on the World Wide Web superhighway, can be written in emoji. If you think I'm lying, check the description to see that it is in fact the truth. And that's all for now. What will the future hold for emoji? Who can say? All we know is that they are part of our history, culture, and the very fabric of what makes us human. For more information on emoji, check out this article in the description.